Uh-huh.
Banjo Kazooie. This game is a true masterpiece, and it's not a hidden gem. Its fame is known by just about anybody who's ever been on the internet or YouTube, like ever. This game has some of the best music, gameplay, overworld, level design, and overall appeal of all gaming history. This game is truly a classic representation of what a good 3D platformer collectathon is, and it stands as a base for some of today's greats. Now, some may argue that this game definitely got a lot of its ideas for moves and mechanics from Mario 64, which truly did pioneer the 3D platforming industry. And that's probably true. After all, in Mario, you collect stars. In Banjo, you collect jiggies. Mario, you collect a wing cap. Banjo, you use fly pads. The list goes on and on. There's a lot of similarities, alright? Sue me. But the thing that makes Banjo Kazooie the superior title to Mario 64 and most other 3D platformers, Nintendo or otherwise, that it takes this basic formula that Mario 64 created, run, jump, climb, and swing, and enhances it to its maximum potential, or at least pretty darn close. And might I add, it has a whole boatload of new things to mix. So not only does it make the stuff that was already there much better, but it adds new stuff, which are also fantastic. Along with its amazing controls, the music in the game was truly phenomenal. Probably the only games that I would say have a few better tracks than the Banjo series is the Mother series, but I'll talk about those games later. These tracks were composed by the man, the myth, the legend, Grant Kirkhope, God's gift to composers. This game will always stand out among the greats on the N64 for great level design, a quirky, memorable cast of characters, and several of the other things I mentioned earlier. But not everything in this game was perfect. Oh no, there were flaws. I mean, if the game was perfect, why would I talk about it? What am I going to say? Yeah, it's perfect. What about it? But there would truly be no reason. So now we're going to tackle the not so good aspects about Banjo Kazooie as a whole. To start, the game's overworld, albeit an amazing experience once you've completed it, to say the least, was pretty darn big, and for a kid, quite intimidating. This whole area was more like a maze than anything else, with the levels just kind of scattered around in the separate corners. The problem was partially solved by the warp pots allowing you to go to different areas, thus making the size of the whole map not as big of a deal, but the confusingness itself just really didn't outweigh it. So I'll give you that. Alright, warp pots, pretty good. Besides that, just a confusing overworld. Some levels were hard, and some cases just downright annoying. But all that being said, the good levels design definitely outweighed the bad level designs in this game, at least. Now, I'm sure you're all thinking, wow, all of your complaints are basically solved in some way. Is there anything that's actually bad in the game? Huh? Yeah? Well, huh? Well, my friends, yes, I can say something that's actually bad about the game, and I am going to. Right now. Yeah, that's right. Right now. This guy right here, yeah. Throughout the whole game, you learn these different moves to help you get things in their respective world, and in worlds later as well. But my one problem with this, the whole getting the moves thing, is why can't the game just give you the moves? Basically every other 3D platformer does this. They just give you your basic set of moves. I can understand that it's a way for you to learn how the moves work and, so you don't break the game, and there are a lot of things that would have to be changed, obviously, if this wasn't the case, but I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't grow up on Banjo, it just doesn't seem used to it to me. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I mean, some of the power-ups, such as the different types of shoes, and, you know, other things such as that, I can understand, you know, you gotta unlock power-ups somehow, you can't just have them given to you. But all the other standard moves, like just ground pounding, for example, doesn't really need to be unlocked. It shouldn't seem like a DLC content, it should seem just like a basic thing that you just know how to do. Considering how useful a lot of these basic moves are that you need to learn, I mean, I get that you learn them early on, but it just seems like anything that simple should have already be there. But, I mean, it's not that bad. But what could possibly be better than that? I mean, the game was near perfect, except for a few minor, you know, difficulties, quote-unquote, that I have with it. So, surely they couldn't have tried to top near perfection with another Banjo Kazooie game. I mean, how can you truly compete with near excellence? Seriously, what could possibly share the title with such an amazing masterpiece in the form of a plastic gray box with some chips in it? Oh my god. It's so beautiful. I can't even believe it. Oh no. Oh god. It's so great. Oh, it's so good.